Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. I believe it was the Dodger game? I think so. Yeah, it has been a while. Some stuff has been going on personally, but I'm actually here to talk a little bit about what's been going on. So for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Stephanie. My husband's name is Francisco, but mostly everybody that we know and our family members, either he goes by Pancho or Frank, but so when I met him, I started calling him Pancho. So that's why I refer to him as Pancho, not Francisco or Frank. Anyways, that's beside the point. So we've been together for about 5 years now, 6 years, 5. Yeah, this year's gonna be 5, but we knew each other for like about 6 or 7 years. So it's been a while. And then, anyways, excuse the background. I'm actually in my backyard. So yeah, we've been together for a while. We've known each other for a while too. We were friends before we were even together. And then we've been married for 2 years. It's gonna be 3 in May. But yeah, marriage is not easy. Marriage, there's no guideline. I'm not a guideline, but a guidebook. Just the same way there is in a book to be a good parent. There's no book that says how to be a good wife, with the same morals, and yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going with this. But with what I'm trying to refer with this is I have what's called PCOS, and the reason I'm talking about this right now is because it's September, and September is actually the month of PCOS awareness and uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, any of that type of, let me see, I think I have a post about it. Let me see. It's raising awareness for polycystic ovarian syndrome, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, uterine cancer, vaginal cancer, and vulva cancer. I didn't know there was such a thing as vulva cancer or vaginal cancer and vulva cancer. I didn't know there was such a thing until I saw that post. But yeah, I have PCOS. I was diagnosed, it's going to be a year in November, exactly on my birthday. And honestly, it's really hard. It's really hard because we were struggling for like about a year or so. I know we've been married for 2 years, but so yeah, sorry, I blanked out. Everything just came to mind and it just hit me. Technically since January we've been trying, of 2017. So this January will be 2 years. But yeah, it's been hard. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know why. And I know a lot of people, and I know most of people aren't aware what PCOS is and what it stands for. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, which means I have cysts on my ovaries that make me, one, irregular. I don't get my period regularly. It's either really, really light or really, really heavy, depending on how my hormones are doing and how long I go without having a period. If you don't like hearing about any of this, yeah, I'm sorry. This is what this video is about. It was hard, to be completely honest. I wasn't actually aware that I was actually battling depression. I have anxiety since I can remember, but depression was never, I didn't know about it until somebody pointed it out to me. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. I'm sorry, I keep looking down that way. I still don't know how to manage looking at the camera and then looking. It's just, I feel really uncomfortable still. But yes, someone pointed out to me about my depression, and I didn't know what caused it. It was actually affecting my work. It was affecting my work, it was affecting my friendships, it was affecting my family, it was affecting my marriage, my depression. And I didn't know why until I dug deeper into how I was feeling. I started seeking for help, and it turns out that it was the fact that I really wanted a child. I feel like some women are just destined to be moms, and the desire to be a mom is so strong sometimes that when you can't, it hurts so much. And I know people are gonna say everything's at its time, God has a plan. I know, trust me, I figured that out now. As time has passed, I understand that now why God hasn't sent me a child. But I'm mostly just talking for those of you that depression is there, that you really, really want a child, that you really want your own blood here, but you can't. My depression was really bad. It came to a point that I had thought about killing myself twice, actually. During my whole depression era, with the fact that I couldn't have a baby, I thought about, maybe if I were to, I know that my husband wouldn't divorce me or leave me. So I thought about, okay, maybe if I were to die, and leave him, maybe he would find someone that gives him something that he really wants. And that's the thing, though. I didn't understand that. He wants a child, but he wants his wife more, if that makes sense. And of course, a desire for him to be a father is still there, but it's a little different. And I'll have him explain that a little later. It's hard. It's really hard. And then it was just a mixture of everything. With my PCOS, for me, I have a hormonal disbalance as well, which causes me to be randomly super angry out of nowhere, and I'm just I hate everything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to cry. I cry for everything. Or I'll be just seeing a little girl laughing, or even a dog passing by, or even I've had episodes where I call them episodes, where I'm just I crave the randomest things. I really wanted pineapple, and I like pineapple, don't get me wrong, but I wanted pineapple with ranch. Yeah, with ranch, just like that. And I was like, okay. And we didn't have any pineapple or ranch. So me and my husband were laying down watching TV, and I got that craving, and I was just like, no, relax, calm down. Out of nowhere, I literally started crying because I really wanted pineapple with ranch. And some of you might think, oh, estaba echando un berrinche, oh, she's throwing a fit. No, that's literally how I felt. I felt so sad that I didn't have ranch or pineapple. But that passed on. And then sometimes I'll get really, really happy. I'm so happy, and then I'll be they're like, oh, are you high or something? No, I'm naturally high. I'm very energetic. I'll be really happy. I'll be sending, passing on happy vibes and stuff like that to people, and I'm happy. But those are just my hormone waves, and I'm just those little episodes that I get, and I'm just why is it happening again? But it's my PCOS. Another thing is I get the random cravings. My cravings are the worst. Not the worst, they could be worse, but they say it's like if you're pregnant. And that's the thing. When I would get when we were trying, since I wouldn't get my period, and I would get nauseous, and that's just my PCOS. I would get nauseous, and then I would start craving random things. The wind just hit. I would start craving random things, and I'd be like, okay, maybe I am. So I guess I would get my hopes up a lot, really good. And they would suck because I really wanted, you know, for it to happen. I really wanted a baby, but it was my hormones that were messing with me. Like always, like I always say, my hormones mess around with me. And it was just all over the place. And I guess that's why my depression of wanting to have a child and getting my hopes up, and then, you know, finding out that I'm not, all of those negative tests. And till this day, don't get me wrong, we still haven't had the privilege to become parents, but I figured out the reason why, you know. And God for some reason hasn't sent us that baby yet for a reason. And maybe he, you know, wants to prepare us a little more, or maybe he wants us to find another place or get better jobs or something. That's how I see it right now. Excuse me. That's how I see it right now. And if this eye goes out crazy, I had Bell's palsy. I'm sorry, this is just another part. I had Bell's palsy a couple years ago. That was the second time that I got it, so that was a little side effect. My eye and my smile sometimes gives that on me. So if you guys see my eye wandering around, it's that. I haven't really even written any of this down. I just went on a whim with it. So I'm really just going off of the top of my head of what I'm actually telling you guys about. But yeah, like I said, that's my PCOS. And like I said, for me, it's more of like infertility. For me, it's, like I said, the desire to be a mom. And people are most likely going to say, but you're so young. You've been married for 2 years. Enjoy your marriage. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. But people don't understand what's really going on, like in your marriage, of the desire to be a mom. You know, some women are meant to be moms. I feel like I'm one of them. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but probably. And I feel like I'm one of them. I dream about, I work with kids, you know, I'm great with them, and I'm not just saying that to show off. No, I know I'm great with kids. You know, I have that ability to be able to communicate with, you know, children with special needs, I love working with them, period. So it's like, I know I'm destined to be a mom one day, and it will happen, not just for me, but all you other women out there that struggle with infertility. Don't give up. Never ever give up. Never ever give up, because that's the enemy trying to take control of that. So I'm still looking for my miracle baby. I am still, you know, I'm not giving up. My PCOS might be not as severe as other women, because I know that there's other women, you know, it's not just hormones, it's not just irregular period. Some women actually might have regular periods, but they don't ovulate, because since there are cysts on the ovaries, it doesn't allow for the egg to be released, which does not let ovulation happen. But some women have facial hairs. It'd be like on the chin area, like on the bottom right here, the chin area, the lip, right here. I look up to all those women that do have that, because they go through it every day. And I love all of you, my sisters, that have that. You know, you guys are strong. I feel strong. I say it all the time. I am a warrior queen, and I will conquer everything and anything to be happy. And I know that because I have God by my side. So if I'm a warrior queen, you guys are all warrior queens. You know, God doesn't give those battles to the people that can't. He gives those battles to the women and men that can do it. And I say men because it's a couple. You know, for those of you that are a couple, you guys are one. And I'm very thankful that I do have my husband that supports me and understands me. And, you know, I feel like if I would have had another different type of husband, I feel like he wouldn't have understood. I think he would have left me for somebody else. And my husband's the complete opposite. He's like, no babe, let's keep going. Okay, if it's not this month, maybe next month. You know, if it's not, you know, this year, then well, keep trying for next year, you know. And or with my hormones, it's like he's there for me over and over again. And you know, through my depression, still, I'm not saying I don't have depression now. I honestly, I always say that I battle depression almost every day, but it's the option and the decision that I make to get up every day and wake up and okay, time to get up, let's go to work. You know, they say the strongest thing you have done is getting up in the morning, getting out of your bed or whatever you sleep on, and going forward from there. That's the best thing you could do. Okay, let's move forward. Let's go on with our day. And it's not easy. It's hard, but motivate yourself to get out of that little hole, I guess you could say. Like I said, sisters, you guys are not alone. I say sisters because of you guys. Some of you guys that have PCOS kind of know what that means. It's like CYST, sisters, sis. Yeah. Anyways, that explanation was horrible. But yeah, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make this video for the awareness for PCOS, and also like for infertility and all of that, you know, uterine cancer, all that stuff. And I say uterine cancer because, you know, uterine cancer does go into my family. I do have family members that have had, you know, tumors in their uterus, and if it wasn't for the fact that they either got it removed or got their uteruses removed, it could have turned into something a lot major. I know my mom's one of them. She had a cyst in her uterus. I'm sorry. Thankfully, she did get it removed, and it was just, it was benign. But still, it could turn later on to something else. And I know that could pass along to me and my sisters, to like my actual sisters, and to my kids. So this, for me, PCOS is something very serious for me, for my family. I didn't know before that I had it. I remember a lot of people started telling me, Stephanie, you gained a lot of weight so quickly. What happened? I didn't know. I was doing the same things. I was eating the same thing. You know, everything was normal, but PCOS gets the best of you, and it just, you gain weight without even noticing. And that kills your self-esteem. It gives you anxiety. It gives you depression. It's like a little bit of everything. And I'm not saying people that have PCOS have that. I had that. I know somebody else that has PCOS and they're super skinny. I have a group on Facebook of some women also that have PCOS, and they're super skinny, they're regular, but they just don't ovulate. And you know, everybody's different. Every woman is different. It's just that hormone that, yeah. Before I continue the rest of the video, this is my husband. Hi, husband. So like I said, his name's Francisco, but I call him Pancho. No, I don't call you Pancho. I call you babe. Yeah. If not babe, he gets mad. I know most of you guys could relate with that. So, like I said, his name's Pancho, or Frank. He is honestly one of my biggest support systems that I have, besides my mom and dad and like your parents, well, your family in general, because they've been really supportive with my PCOS, with our infertility journey and everything. At first we didn't want anybody to know, but then they kept asking, not just like our immediate family, but people around us. They kept asking, oh, so when's the baby, and you know, stuff like that. And honestly, it sucks when they have to, like, they tell you and deep down, you know, dude, we're trying, but nothing is happening. But a desire to still be a mom's still there. I know the desire for you to be a dad's there too, but I guess it's just, we realized it is God's timing. It is when he wants us to have a child. It is, you know, everything that he wants for us, but it's just frustrating. It's frustrating, but we realize little by little that it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen eventually, and we're one of 8. Unfortunately, we're one of 8 of couples that struggle with infertility, and I feel like infertility is a very taboo conversation, and just really people don't really talk about it. So it's like we want to make that aware. We want to make people understand, like, okay, you're not alone. There's couples like you out there as well that are struggling. And yeah, for those of couples that just found out that they either have PCOS or they're struggling with infertility, you are not alone. You are 100% not alone. But yeah, and if you guys have any further questions, please go ahead and let us know. I'm thinking about going more into detail next time about like us. I really haven't talked about us. So if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put it in the comment section down below. Do you want to say something? No. He's really shy, guys, so I want to get him a little bit more involved next time in my next video. If you guys have any ideas for upcoming videos, a Q&A, I'm thinking about doing a Q&A. So go ahead and leave your questions down in the comment section. Follow us on Instagram, our Snapchats, and our Facebooks as well. And Twitters, yes. And WhatsApp. So yeah, go ahead and follow us there. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe our video. Click on the notification bell as well to get notifications of when our next video will be coming up. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Like I said again, do not give up. Do not give up whatsoever. It will happen. Stop making fun of me. Anyways, thank you guys again for liking our video, watching our video. Really, really appreciate it. Please let everybody else know that we're here. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. The little subscribe button is down there, I think. And click the bell button as well. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye.